Hey, I'm Anthony Madera. I worked on the Rising Kingdom music video that just came out. It was kind of a big deal for me because I was basically inspired by the original videos when I was a kid to even start working on 3D animation. So getting to do this was a huge deal for me. Really happy with how it turned out. And I'm gonna tell you everything that I did on the video right now. Number one, I did layout, which is basically just, I took all the stuff, I put it in the scene, I figured out all the shots. Originally, I had like a basic outline of each beat of the story that went along with each beat of the song from Jordan, and I got to sort of decide what was gonna happen in each scene beyond that. I got to do all that stuff, so that was super cool to me to be able to not only just work on the video, but have like a pretty central creative role on the video. So all the camera work in the video, that's me. I'm really proud of it. It got a lot better from the last video that I did, which was Do or Die on the Cubicle channel. And I can't wait to get better as well on whatever the next thing I work is, and just get better and better until someday I'm making my own stuff, you know? Number two, I did some character design. Archie did the rigging of the actual character for the most part. I did one of them, or two of them that I'll talk about, but I did the actual design for the character. So obviously I was working off the design from the original king, but you have to sort of de-age him, which is surprisingly difficult to do with a Minecraft character, because Minecraft really doesn't give you much to work with. I was working off of this concept art from Archie, and I went through this phase of wanting to get his hair to look, because I loved the different hairstyle that Archie had done, but with Minecraft, it just wasn't recognizable anymore. We just went with basically a more kempt version of his hair in Fallen Kingdom and gave him a little goatee and shortened his mustache a little bit, and there you go, you got a young little king guy. I mean, he's not actually a king yet, but he's adorable. And for his clothes, I gave him adventurer clothes. And that was that. Number three. Oh wait, no, wait. I didn't finish. So the other characters that I did were not really necessarily characters, but I did do the tentacle, which was weird to do because it's a block tentacle. Tentacles are bendy and slithery, and basically every property that a cube is not. In the end, I think it actually turned out really good. This like skulky tentacle that bleeds like skulk blood and whatever, I don't know. The rig that I did for it was not so good, and I'm really sorry again to Archie, who had to animate with this rig. I've learned for next time. I also got to design these rock lava guys. They're black stone with like lava veins coming through the rocks. The lava actually flows down, it looks cool and stuff. I don't know, they're probably definitely the most basic thing I really designed for this video, but I thought they look cool. The thing I'm probably the most proud of on this video, out as far as character design goes, is the warden. I wanted to sort of make that design pop, and the original design I was gonna go for was, I had noticed that on the texture of the warden, it has these like bones, these ribs on the back that sort of fade into the texture, and I wanted to kind of had this idea that maybe the warden was sort of created out of this really thick fog, and maybe its entire body was just volumetrics with like these bones clinking around on the inside. That didn't really end up working. It just looked kind of weird because it's square. So I scrapped that idea and I went with a more straightforward approach, which was to use basically this rib cage, just wrap around it with sort of a broken mossy skulk kind of thing, and then give it just like regular arms and legs and with bone plating and stuff like that. I wish I could have made that first concept work a little better, because I think if I could have, it would have been even cooler, but I do really like the way the warden looks. I've not seen the warden done in any animations yet, just looking dynamic like this, so I'm really happy with how it came out, with the heart beating in the center. Obviously looks really cool to me, and the way the ribs open and shut and kind of wriggle around. Cloud did a really good job animating those, and that would be it for my character design on the video. The third thing, number three on the video that I did, is gonna be, what is it? Physics. I did a lot of physics on this video. When we were discussing how the video was going to go at the very beginning, Jordan had this idea that they would end up in a library and they would have a fight, and then at some point the king would discover this lever or something that would open up a secret door into the laboratory where he would find the staff. And I was like, that's cool, but what if he finds the lever, like he gets knocked into a bookshelf and the books go flying everywhere, right? And he finds the lever behind the bookshelf. And then that idea kind of grew into, well, what if the warden's sonic beam is actually a giant Dragon Ball Z-esque laser beam that blows up the entire library? It was a bad idea, but I'm so glad that we followed this terrible idea because it looked awesome, I think. I was not sure how to do this at the start of this video. I said that I knew how to do it. I had no idea at all. I was just making it up. But I actually find that that's one of my favorite ways to learn new things, is to overpromise what I can do and then back myself into a corner and have to learn how to do that thing. I had no idea how to simulate physics on this level, and now I know how to do it. I did all of the bookshelf destruction stuff. JLo helped a little bit towards the end using the book physics rig that I had made, so he was really helpful with that. But for the main part of all the physics simulations that happened in the video, that was me. Actually quite happy with how it turned out, especially given that I had never done anything like it before this video. I also did this chandelier falling, which I think looks pretty good. Some smoke effects, just various little things here and there. Cloth simulation for the king's jacket, stuff like that. Number 4, animation. I animated this shot and that's it. Number 5. I actually have no idea if I'm on the right number anymore, but I did the little rewind thing at the beginning of the video, and I think it brings some nostalgia back, and it's fun, and that's that. Number 6, really knocking them out here. I did some various effects on the video. Again, just sort of goes with simulations and technical effects, but I did like this floor opening up here and this floor opening up here. I did a couple random assets on the video, maybe show a couple of them on the screen. I'm inserting this part of the recording later on because I forgot to include it, but I also did the warden like beam things and the giant explosion that happened, and they're cool. They're really cool. Probably my favorite shot in the video, to be honest. And that's it from the editing version of me. You can go back to your regularly scheduled me now. That pretty much wraps up everything that I did in the video. Seriously, so happy with how it came out. It was awesome to get to work with all of these people that are on the screen right now. I just loved working with all of them. JLo is super talented at lighting, and he really elevated the video to the next level. All the animators did great. Archie, Cloud, and Jack just blew it out of the water. I don't know if that's the right phrase or whatever, but everyone just did a really good job on this video. Train Guy actually did a little bit of work on sort of the material workflow that we ended up using, so we sort of adapted what he was working on at the very beginning of the video. He didn't work on the rest of the video, sadly. So yeah, again, just really grateful to Jordan and Andy for bringing me onto this video and with such freedom on a lot of it. Very happy to have been able to work on something that was so important to me as a kid. Really feels like it's sort of bringing my Minecraft animation arc to a full circle, to a close. Not that I'll never do Minecraft animation again, but it really feels like I sort of got there, you know, from when I was a kid, just watching these videos, thinking, man, I wish I could do that. I can now look and say, I can do that now. And I get to look forwards and say, what else can I do? I have a lot of things in my head floating around, a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff I want to do. For anyone that has followed this channel for a long time, I know it's been completely dead forever, but I still want to finish that project I was working on a while ago, that pilot episode for my show. It's actually really close to being done. I just need to wrap it up, and I just want to keep doing things like this that are more high production. I want to do things like that are more long form content, animated with a lot of care, obviously, but technical and writing and otherwise, whatever it is, I just want to do all of it. So that's everything I did on the video, pretty much. There's a couple things here and there. I really don't know how to, I've not done YouTube in a long time, so I apparently don't remember how to end videos anymore. I think I need a loud intro song with flashing lights or something, but I'll probably just say, really appreciate you watching this video. I need to cut so much of this out. Oh my gosh, this is so bad.